In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Florida State Seminoles taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David. Offense getting set for first down. They go to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And the Seminoles get enough for the first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together. Continues to fight for yards. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
He's now up to 83 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. Able to game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They want to run it left here. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down.
They can't stop it. Keep running.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Shakes off the tackler. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take it.
Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Noles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense. In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do it.
The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Noles! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Still running at the 40. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Using the quick game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Mayo. Feeling some heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Looking for a block. It's Robbins. Really nice job all the way around. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in field goal.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary in the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. They'll give it to the back. And a good, solid pickup for the defense cuts him down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll send out the kicker here. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The ball spotted outside the 35. The holder will kneel and give his kicker a shot from 53 yards out and a chance to win. So here comes our first play of overtime. They're going to test the right side with this one. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. To the ground with the back. The Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to the right. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Strong, firm tackle.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Florida State! They jump on top here in OT.
And the offense continues to touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.
Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.